Let's talk about something super frustrating when you're going into business for yourself. Why aren't you getting booked more often? Let's get into it. I'm Rob Anderson, founder of Moneybeard. I'm a magician providing services to corporate and private events. Now I am teaching you how you can make 6 figures or more doing what you love. So whether you're a performer like me, or you're a photographer, or you have another service you provide, it's incredibly frustrating when you're just not getting booked. You've got your website up, you even see certain clients talking to your competition, you see your competition out there working, and sometimes you're just sitting at home and you know that those jobs could have gone to you. Why didn't they? Let's talk about it. All right, so one big reason why you might not be getting booked as much as you'd like is there's simply nothing that differentiates you from your competition. What really sets you apart? In the field of corporate magic like I do, or even take kids magic or wedding photography, these are fields that a lot of service providers are occupying. There are many choices for people to pick from. And when a potential client goes to the website of you and your competition, and they all basically look the same, they all have the same wording that you're the #1 photographer for weddings in whatever area, and you all have the same kinds of pictures up or the same general types of promo videos, and there's nothing really differentiating you or making you different, then at the end of the day, it's a lot of times going to get down to who's going to come in and do it for cheaper. If your client can't differentiate the value that you're providing and the way that you are providing a higher level of value than your competition, ultimately they're just going to kind of call a few of you up. You're lucky if you get the call sometimes. Yeah, and they're going to find the cheaper price. You need to make it clear to your clients right away upon going to your website who you are, what you do, and why they should hire you. And they shouldn't have to scroll to find that information. That should be apparent to them within about 5 seconds of going to your website. That means incredible promo, great reviews, and that promo really needs to be different in a way than the other people in your field. You really need to look at what your competition is doing and analyze them and analyze their promo. Figure out what they're all doing, and then figure out how you can go the different direction from them. You want to truly set yourself apart and be seen as the highest level service provider in your field and truly different in some way. And that's also where developing a niche comes in. A lot of people might consider something like kids magic a niche within the magic category, or wedding photography a niche within the photography category. But when you have so much competition in both of those, again, those really aren't true niche categories the way I like to look at it. If you can develop a truly untapped niche category, if you can find an unserved part of the market, say off the top of my head, twins' birthday parties. You could do magic for kids' twins' birthday parties. You could even be, say, a photographer for twins' birthday parties. That's just one, but you need to find a way to get into a niche category that no one else is serving yet. So if you're able to develop a niche, and if you're able to truly set yourself apart and make yourself be seen as different from your competition and a true step above in value, that will help you to get booked more often than you're getting booked right now. Another reason you might not be getting booked is that people just might not be able to find you. Yeah, you might have your website that you've set up, but how's your SEO doing? Are you focusing on making consistent blog posts? Are you putting out YouTube videos to make yourself known as the expert in your field so that people can then click from those and find your website? Once they find your website, is there a basic sales funnel set up that's going to funnel them down into the conversion part of the bottom of the funnel? Are you participating on booking sites that are out there for your field, whether it's a Gig Salad or Gig Masters type site, or Fiverr, or a freelancing type site? For weddings, there's the Knot. Sites like that people go to find people when they're looking to book work. Are you on there? Are you participating? How are your reviews looking? How are your pictures and your promo on each of those sites? Ultimately, when someone goes out there looking to hire someone that does what you do, can that person find you easily? And another major reason why a lot of people simply aren't getting booked as much as they could is that there's too much risk associated with booking you. And to illustrate what I mean by risk, let me give you an analogy. Let's say you want to go out and buy something, whatever it might be. It could be a new camera, anything. Let's say you really don't know too much about cameras, you know you want one, and you go to Amazon and there's a couple of camera models, and the first one you click on has a couple of pictures, brief description, but there's no reviews. Or maybe there's one review, but it's briefly written and it doesn't really tell you a whole lot. Now, if you didn't know much about cameras and that's all you had seen from that camera listing, you'd probably feel a little bit of risk in plopping down $500 or more to buy that, really without having a whole lot to go on there. But then, after you click off of the camera, you find another one, similar sort of model, and it's got 20 different pictures. There's a video showing how it works for new users. There are 15 different reviews. Everyone gives it 5 stars. There's in-depth ratings on it, and you really can get an understanding of what you'll be getting when you buy that camera. Would you feel a little more comfortable buying that one? Of course you could, because there's less risk involved in that, because you can see that other people have already made the purchase and they like it, and you've already got a pretty good idea of what you're getting because of the great description and the pictures in the video that are on the listing on that page. And that analogy applies to you with your own service. How's your promo looking? How are your reviews? When a potential client goes out there searching for what you do and they find you, are they going to be comfortable putting down hundreds or maybe thousands of dollars for you to perform your service? Or is there a little bit of risk involved because your reviews really don't tell them a whole lot about the customer experience thus far? Or because your promotional materials really aren't showing them the before and after pictures or good photos or video of you working and the type of work that you do. One huge principle of sales is that the more risk you remove from the equation, the more sales you will make. Period. So I would advise taking a look at your promotional materials and really have some other people analyze it too. Send it out to some friends you know will be honest with you, or a mentor if you have one in your field, and ask them, really, is there anything I could be doing to improve on what I'm showing you here? So you really want to work on getting that great promo and incentivizing as many clients of yours as possible to leave positive reviews when it's applicable. I've talked about this in other videos, but sometimes saying something to a client as simple as, thank you for having me here today and allowing me to perform this job for you. If you feel I've earned a 5-star review, each one really helps me out. Here's another reason, big time, why a lot of people just aren't getting booked that much. A lot of you have no direct marketing plan in place. Like, not only do you not have a marketing plan, you definitely don't have a direct marketing plan. And here's what I mean by direct marketing. Direct marketing would be making direct contact with potential clients that might book you in the future and could use your services. So in a direct marketing campaign, that's usually either going to be by phone, email, or social media direct message contact, where you are finding lists of the people that most commonly might book you, and you are either just cold calling them or sending out an email campaign or direct messaging. Each of these can be rather intrusive. Email the least so. Phone calls and direct messages on social media are probably a big step up from that. Nobody really likes being contacted with a sales pitch. I'm much more in favor of B2B versus B2C. That's business to business versus business to consumer. I'm much more in favor of doing a B2B type of direct marketing campaign because I feel like as business owners or at businesses, they almost kind of expect to have other companies that they could do business with get in touch with them with solutions to their problems. And again, as always, when you're selling, you're offering a solution to a problem, not a product or a service. You're offering a solution to a problem. I've talked about that before, and that's just a big sales concept I want to really get into you from watching these videos. But in any case, you need a direct marketing plan, and I might do a whole other video going really in depth on direct marketing in the future. But you need to know who your clients are. You need to know if they fit a certain business type or a certain demographic. And you need to put together a plan to contact a specific number of those clients each month with a direct marketing campaign, whether it's on the phone, whether it's emailing, whether it's a combination of those, whether it's direct messaging on social media. After you do that for a while and you get good at it, you'll realize about how many clients on average you need to reach out to, or how many, leads, cold leads you have to reach out to convert them to a client, to make the sale. And if it's 1 out of 100 or 1 out of 50, you'll get to know that. And then after a while, you'll figure out, okay, well, if it's 1 out of 100 of these actually turns into a sale, if I contact 300 of these people this month, I should make 3 sales. And you'll be able to really get an idea for where your numbers are going to be in the future if you do that well and you do it long enough. And look, you can think really outside the box on this too. You don't have to stick just to like phone, email, DMs. You can hustle. You can think outside the box. I remember I was at a trade show. It was CES actually earlier this year, and these 2 guys, and I've had this sort of thing happen before. They were just walking around telling people about their product in the areas of the trade show floor where they know their potential customers are going to be. And they were just walking around. They had their product in their hand. They were showing it to people. They said, hey, check this out. Basically, isn't this cool? Here's our business card. Boom. Just going to trade shows that fit your industry and talking to people is definitely part of a direct marketing campaign, especially if you're new, if you're on the ground level of what you're doing, if you're just getting started, if you're trying to hustle. That's a great way that you don't have to do the awkward picking up the phone, calling people, and getting hung up on. So just to recap, make sure you're differentiating yourself from your competition. Develop a good niche service within your field that you can do. Make sure people can find you. Get out there on those booking sites and update your website. Make some YouTube videos about what you do and really answer some of the questions that people are asking you. And then make sure you've got a lot of really great reviews and promotional material to remove that risk from the booking process when your clients come to you. And also figure out what your direct marketing campaign is going to consist of. Set a goal of talking to a certain amount of potential clients each month, whether that is by phone, email, DMs, or another source, but get that direct marketing campaign set. I'd love to hear your questions or comments below. Drop me a question if you have any questions about how to get booked more, or leave me a comment. Do you think there's anything I left out of this video? Leave a comment below. I'm going to try to respond to as many as I can, and this channel is all about helping you make more money doing whatever it is that you love to do. Make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications by ringing the bell, and I will see you in a future video.